Hi everyone, I'm going to be showing you how to do a side plank today. So a side plank is a great exercise, so we're going to be working our core, particularly the obliques and the deep core muscles running along the sides. And it's also going to be working the sides of your glutes as well as your shoulders. So this exercise is going to be really beneficial for all sorts of everyday activities like walking, running, walking upstairs, and it's great for supporting our backs as well. So we'll get into the side plank. So lots of people are going to find the standard version very tricky at first. So I'm just going to first show you a entry-level variation, which is going to be a side plank but on our knees. So to set up, we want to make sure that when we get to the top position, our shoulders are going to be just above our elbows. We're going to slightly bend the hips here, and we're going to bend our knees and keep our feet stacked. So I also like to put my hand on top of my hips just to give myself some feedback about where my body's going. So I want to make sure my hips keep stacked on top of each other and my elbows keep stacked on top of each other as well. So this is the bottom of the starting position. To get started, we're going to push the floor through our elbows and through our knees and lift the hips up. So we want that straight line between our shoulders to our knees, and we're just going to hold this for as long as we can, or up to about 45 seconds to a minute. And there you have it, that's a side plank from the knees. So if you're nailing that variation and want to make it a bit harder, you can bring one leg out here and use that leg for a bit more support, which is going to be sort of a halfway between the knee plank and the standard plank. So from here, you're going to lift up, but then you're also going to be driving that front leg through. And while working all the muscles that we work for standard plank, you're also working these adductor muscles, the muscles on the inside of the leg as well. So this can be a good option. Okay. All right, and then into the standard side plank. So elbow directly under the shoulder. You're going to extend the legs now, slight bend in the hips, and this time, as well as digging through, pushing the floor away through the elbow, we're going to be pushing through the feet as well. So from here, lifting the hips up, keeping that straight line from the shoulders all the way down to the feet. And this is your side plank. For most people, doing that standard side plank is going to be pretty challenging already, but if you have great side plank strength and want to make it even harder for yourself, you can add a weight onto your hips. So whether that's just like a rucksack filled with some things, you could use a dumbbell, whatever you have around the house. So you're just going to put that weight on the hips, and then the setup is exactly the same. So elbow under shoulder, stacking the feet and lifting up the hips here. And that weight is just going to try and force the hips to come down, so you want to really keep those hips up and keep that straight line. All right, there are a couple of other things you can do to make this variation harder or different and harder. So one thing is to challenge our stability a bit more. So this is already a challenging exercise on stability. So you're having to really use those core muscles to keep yourself in position. You can make it a bit harder by just reaching that hand up, which is going to be a weight that you're going to have to control a bit more here. And then you can also look up to the hand, which is just going to challenge your balance a little bit differently as well. Now, if you are super planking and you just need a real big challenge, you can lift your leg up, the leg that's on top, which is going to really work these adductor muscles and then also give that core that additional challenge there. So you'll start off just like the normal plank, and then from here you're going to lift that leg up and you're going to try and hold this for as long as you can before you bring that leg back down. So if you've got the strength for the side plank but you're struggling a bit with the balance, you can make it a little bit more stable by bringing one foot in front of the other. So stack, or just bring your top leg over the other foot. And then from here, you're going to be pushing down on both feet, which is going to give you just a bit more of a stable base and hopefully helps you avoid wobbling too much or sort of toppling over there. All right, and there you have it. That is our side plank. I hope you find the right variation for you, which is going to give you a good challenge. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe if you want to see more of our tutorial videos, and do check out our program of 20-minute strength, which we have designed specifically for beginners with 3 20-minute workouts a week to get you stronger.